What's going on, you guys? It's Calvin, the FPL Penguin, back again with another video for you all. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about players to watch on the watch list from Game Week 3 to Game Week 7, just before the international break kicks in. But yeah, if you do enjoy this video, guys, smash that like button right now and do subscribe if you're new around here, and share this video with your mates and hit the notification bell too. Check out my other video too, should appear at the top, activating my wildcard going into Game Week 3. Do check that out. But yeah, get straight into it. Players to watch if you're on wildcard like myself, or if these are players, probably top best ones I could think of to eye up from Game Week 3 to Game Week 7. So without any time to waste, let's get straight into this video. Talking about the goalkeepers first, we've got Henderson and Raya. Both rotate well. You could keep Raya. Now, I think he's arguably one of the best up there, the best goalkeeper to go for, budget one to go for. 7 points against Manchester United. He's got Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Leeds and Southampton. If you didn't feel confident enough to go against, Mitrovic and stuff and have Raya in, you could start Henderson versus Everton. Henderson got a clean sheet against West Ham, saved a penalty, crap penalty from Declan Rice. Big boots to fill from Mark Noble, who was the legendary penalty taker there. Wasn't the best of penalties from Rice, but a comfortable save from Henderson in that game to get them the 3 points, keep the clean sheet as well. So yeah, both good rotation. Definitely keep them on the eye if you want to go for them. If you want a wild card like myself, can be good rotation to keep both of them to have for leading to the international break as well. So moving on to the defense now, very slowly move down here. We've got James, Walker, Saliba, Trent and Williams. So you can see here, James, I benched him last game that's my fault, who cares? No regrets. But James, I know he's kind of moving from right centre-back, and then he kind of moves him back to attacking right wing-back. You know how good he is. Bombs up that field. Proved against Spurs. He did. So Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, West Ham, Fulham. Target those fixtures. He's very, very attacking. See what the hell he can do, because we know what he can do. He's very, very good, isn't he? Just bombs up the field and just gets into the box quite a bit and just cuts in. Then you got Walker in there. You could go for Cancelo or Walker. It depends on the budget as well. You can see early in the video that I was point to out in depth. But it depends who you want to go for. Walker, they haven't really signed a proper replacement. This guy who's a left back from Anderlecht, is he? Where's he from? Some lad from 11 million. I don't know if he's going to start many games. Who knows? But they might move Cancelo to right back. Then that's more pep rotation and overthinking, isn't it? So you could go for Walker. You could go for Cancelo, depending on your budget. Saliba's in there too. He's a relative. He's getting all the starts in the minute. And you got Trent. Don't know at the moment, not getting the clean sheets, are we? And he's not really getting the returns, is he? Only about 4 points in his last two games, the first two games of the season. Not impressive, is that? Against Fulham and Crystal Palace. No disrespect to them, but we should be winning these games, and Trent should be playing better. And we should have. It's really annoying. And I'm by myself, I'm a Liverpool fan. And this man behind me, up there, Nunes, mate, what's all that about? Headbutting. What's going on? We had Luis Suarez biting. Now you've come, another Uruguayan. Another Uruguayan. There's bloody headbutting players now. But that's for another stream. We'll talk about that probably Thursday. Williams in there, taking corners for Forest. Clean sheet, bombing up the fields, got Everton next. Good rotation. Got Bournemouth and Leeds after that, after those tough fixtures. Like I said, there's rotation. You don't start against Spurs and City. I wouldn't recommend that, obviously. And then moving on to the midfield, we have Martinelli. I find personally is a better option now than Saka. Saves you 2 million. But yeah, he looks more attacking. He's playing up front, getting more forward on the eye test and look on the heat maps as well, more forward than Saka. The only bonus and plus for Saka is that he takes set pieces, but Martinelli probably more worth it. He's less than 2 million. He saves you less than 2 million. Who knows? De Silva's in there. As you know, how long is this form going to go on for? He's returned the first two games of the season. He's going to still keep him there. Prefer him over Andrea Pereira. So I'm going to keep him there for now. We'll talk about the forwards very, very soon. Rodrigo can be a bit of rotation. Chelsea have to start against him, but he's got Brighton, Everton, Brentford, Forest after that. Really juicy. First two games, he's in form. I'm not a fan of Gross or Grow. What isn't it? Gross. Whatever the name is. Sorry, no offense, but I don't. It's spelled differently. For Brighton, I think there's too much hype with him. He probably looks good in the eye test, but it's Brighton. They're always awkward to pick players from, in my opinion. So Rodrigo, probably the safest of the two. A bit more expensive. I think so. I personally would go for Rodrigo after the Chelsea from the starting. He's looking good in the eye test for sure. Salah, we don't have to talk too much about him. Yeah, hopefully, being a Liverpool fan, we can pick up a form soon. Hopefully against Manchester United. Keep Mo Salah. He's dangerous. He is dangerous. He's taking penalties too. He's Mo Salah. Come on. Next one to talk about is James Maddison. This might be an interesting one to, might surprise a few people, but I don't think it's much of a surprising one. He's got Southampton next. Leicester always have a really good record against Southampton. Then he's got Chelsea. Then he's got Man United, who aren't great this season, and then they got Brighton, Villa. Taking set pieces, Maddison on the eye test is so good. 8 million might be an awkward price bracket for some people. I know I did Cancelo into Walker, but you can still go for Cancelo, obviously. But for Maddison, I really do like him. I wish I went for him in the first two games. He's returned in the first two games. He's a lovely 8 million. He's better than Mount, in FPL. He's better than Diaz in FPL. But I think Maddison just went under the radar for sure, and I think he's a real lovely one to still go for, in my opinion. Taking corners, linking up well with Vardy, probably more nailed on than Barnes. I know Europe this season, and I think you've got to look at James Maddison for sure for what he contributes to the team, definitely for sure. All right, the final three up front. Here we are. Jesus, he's obviously staying high ownership. He's fantastic, captain material. Captain worthy as well, for the next few games. If you want to go really differential? It's not really differential. He's like the most owned player in the game. But definitely, if you don't have him, why don't you have him in your team? He's just amazing, isn't he? And then we've got Tony in there, which is an interesting one, but he's on form. First two games, really looking sharp. He's got Fulham there, he's got Everton, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Southampton. He looks really sharp. I mean, without Eriksen, De Silva's making some good moves. They've got Damsgaard, who's come in as well, got a bit more flair to that attack. I think Tony, and he's on penalties too. So he's dangerous. He's an aerial threat. So Tony, I think, could be being overlooked, and definitely somebody to consider on a wild card. Looking for these weeks as well. If you want to go on, if you've got 2 free transfers as well, 2 free transfers. Also talking about the big man Haaland, only an assist, but he's still got more points than Mo Salah in game week 2. Big man Haaland, yeah, I think definitely keep him. I was debating whether to go for him or KDB in this video, but it's all about budget and stuff. But Haaland, I think, with the ownership as well, he is dangerous still in the eye test. Probably still stick with him throughout the before going into the international break, leading up to the international break, should I say? So, so that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, do subscribe, check out the video that I did on my wildcard. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if any of these players you're considering or eyeing up, or any that I've missed out on. Like I said, I could have had a Cancelo in there, but whatever. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy. I've been the Penguin. Thank you so much for the rise and subscribers the last 2 days. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And hopefully I'm going to get a guest stream with 2 special guests Thursday. So do stay tuned for that. Any announcements. So guys, thank you so much. Take it easy.